Destination Software. They were like the Mike Tyson of Wii shovelware. From software salmonella like Chicken Shoot to melted messes like Eminem's kart racing, no one punched Wii owners in the stomach harder than Destination Software. And this shockingly bad piece of budget-priced trash was one of their opening jabs. This is Showtime Championship Boxing for the Nintendo Wii, a video game which really couldn't possibly be named more incorrectly. It's anything but championship material, and the only show one could possibly derive from this is its absolute disregard for the consumer, a display of carelessness of which you can't help but be in total awe. Thanks for wasting or spending your money on our game. We hope you enjoy the broken gameplay, terrible graphics, and substandard animations. Now let's get it on! For what it's worth, Showtime Championship Boxing is a motion-controlled boxing game. At least, that's what it is in theory. There are a few different circuits to punch your way through, and there's also a single-bout exhibition and a two-player mode. The problem with all that is the game just doesn't work. You play, or at least you try to play, with the Wii Remote and Nunchuck. Quickly flicking the controllers throws a punch with the corresponding hand, and the type of punch depends on how you're holding the controllers. Holding them high puts your boxer in a defensive position, for example, and you can also make your character lean to the side by doing the same with the controllers. But let me again emphasize this is all theoretical, because none of it works the way it's supposed to. Showtime Championship Boxing recognizes motion about as well as it recognizes that loading times might be an inconvenience. And not only are the controls a mess, but the gameplay itself is just as broken. The game uses a mechanic vaguely similar to the Punch-Out games. You have a health meter and you have a fatigue meter, the prior of which drains when you're punched in the face, and the latter every time you throw a punch of your own. The problem is that your opponent's health bar almost fully reloads after each round. So, for example, despite the best efforts of the controls, you might have a good round in which you actually deal some damage, only to find your opponent drank from the well of f***ing revival juice between rounds. Meanwhile, you're drinking from a well of constant sorrow. And clearly, the news isn't much better in terms of presentation. This would be an ugly GameCube game, let alone a Wii release. The animations are jagged, the colors are terrible, and those aforementioned load times are as consistent as they are annoying. But hey, at least there's boob physics. For like half a second. And honestly, that's about the only redeeming quality of Showtime Championship Boxing. One of the very worst Wii games of all time, as well as one that's literally about as much fun as getting punched in the face.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.